Hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome to today's stream. Today we are going to be watching the number 5 ranked LSU women's basketball team taking on in-state rival SE Louisiana. I do have the stream pulled up, so I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you so much for watching here with me. Thank you to the new members in the chat. Thank you for your support. I hope you guys are all doing well. Today is November 6, 2025. Let's go ahead and open up in prayer and we'll get to the game. So, Father God, in the mighty name of Jesus, Lord, I thank you for the ability to be able to host these streams, to be able to gather everybody together. We pray against any internet interruptions, any lagging, any problems with the stream or anything like that. We pray for the LSU women's basketball team. We pray against any injuries for either one of these teams. May we continue to just have fun, get the dub, and enjoy today's game. In Jesus' mighty name, I do pray. And we all say super, super big. Amen. Amen, amen, amen. So welcome back, guys. I do have the stream pulled up. So as soon as the game is up, I'll go ahead and pull it up, which I hear it now. It's 7 o'clock. So welcome
to beautiful
today's
Baton
stream,
Rouge,
y'all.
Louisiana. Tonight on the SEC ESPN Network, it's game 2 of the college basketball season, and the visiting Southeastern Louisiana Lions, defending champions in the Southland Conference, meet the nationally ranked LSU Tigers from the SEC. Welcome into the Maravich Center, everyone. He's Victor Howell, a former Tulsa Golden Hurricane, NBA and college basketball analyst. I'm Lynn Rollins. An easy victory for both of these teams the first time out.
Great way to start the season. Both teams went north of 100 points. Southeastern got past Centenary. LSU 48 hours ago on this floor taking care of Houston Christian. But certainly tonight for the Lady Lions, the competition level skyrockets facing the number 5 team in the country.
Well, no question about it. And one of the newcomers for LSU a couple of nights ago was Mylasia Fulwiley. What a start for her.
Well, no doubt about that. And didn't miss a beat coming from South Carolina to Baton Rouge. Scored 21 points, all of them coming off of the bench. She led the team in scoring. She also had 7 steals. That's a career high in her debut as a Lady Tiger. She also drew 7 fouls. We saw just how well-rounded and how explosive her play can be, which is why she's one of the most coveted players in the country.
Southeastern's first game was a 105-49 romp over Centenary, and Taylor Ross, the junior, had a big game.
6'1 junior from Ellsworth Community College, who last year scored just under 11 points, just under 8 rebounds per ball game. She had 16 points to lead the way against Centenary, but as we mentioned, the challenge really ramps up tonight for the Lady Lions.
Well, Victor, you mentioned that it's a brand new roster, literally from top to bottom. There's also a brand new head coach in Jeff Dowd.
He comes over here after Ayla Gazzardo left from McNeese, and 9 Lady Lions from a year ago went with her to Lake Charles. So he literally came in with an empty slate, bringing in an entire new roster, but he certainly had success when he was at Incarnate Word.
And Kim Mulkey, one of the most decorated players, assistant
Hey, X, share the
in the history
stream.
of the game, men's or women's.
If you're watching on Twitter, make sure you hit that follow button. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like, hit the subscribe, consider becoming a member. We will be doing member-only streams for conference play, so definitely make sure you check us out. Here goes tip-off. Hope you guys have a great game.
LSU will have the height advantage on the center toss. Kate Cobalt standing in for LSU, and the Tigers have the first possession. Williams to the top. This is Richard. One dribble back to Johnson. Spinning, shooting, missing, too strong. Put back good by Cobalt, and we're going to see a lot of that tonight for LSU.
LSU has such a huge size advantage across the entire lineup.
You see Huff, McKenzie, Collins, Williams, and Ross in the starting lineup for the Lady Lions, and they are playing shorthanded today as well, the Lions are. Flau'jae Johnson quickly to the bucket, 4-0. Another very nice crowd on hand. Kim Mulkey feels a very strong affinity for the Lions. She, of course, played high school basketball in Hammond. Johnson running the floor, lays it in, 6-0. Tigers, LSU right now really getting up into easy scoring range.
You can see exactly what they want to do. Even off of steals or off of a missed basket, they are running the floor getting all 5 white jerseys down, and there's still 2 green jerseys making their way down the court.
That's a nice late pass, a foul and a bucket. That's going to send Southeastern to the free throw line after a really nice pass, and Taylor Ross finishes it with contact.
That's great patience, because Kate Kowal comes over on the help side. You see as she goes to get the ball, that leaves her open. Great patience till the very end for Huff to drop it off. And then Ross gets the bucket with the contact. Nice execution, good focus.
One of the messages, in fact, one of the 2 primary messages that Kim Mulkey had for her team today in the shoot-around was, we want a blistering pace in the first quarter. So far, they're getting that. The second was, and you made this point so much the other day, is Kowal backs up and bangs one down from the wing. But you made the point in the first game, Victor, about the backdoor cuts, which were effective against LSU 6 or 7 times, and Kim Mulkey was very strongly addressing that today.
We knew that would be a topic of conversation, but a part of that also goes to not only the player who's making the cut and the defender, but putting more pressure on the ball. You can't let the point guard just stand out there without any pressure and then wait for those cuts. So it's kind of a two-sided argument there of what they need to do. The beautiful bounce pass inside with Johnson able to finish off.
It's 10-2. LSU off to a 5 for 6 start from the field. Huff travels. 7:42 to play. LSU coming out and smoking the nets, hitting 5 shots early. Let's go back and look at the behind-the-back pass by Michaela Williams.
It's just nothing to it to Michaela. She saw her teammate down, posting up. Great position by Zakiya Johnson, who posts up a position, gets the easy 2, and coming off a wonderful debut with a double-double 48 hours ago.
11 points and 11 rebounds, if memory serves. Just over 7 minutes remain in the first half. A lot of dribbling. And we've got a foul away from the ball.
No, they called it on Richard on the ball. She was working hard to turn her player 3 or 4 times, but got the hands up one too many times when sliding her feet. They called her for the foul, and then here comes Malaysia into the lineup.
That's the
Welcome, Malaysia, for Wiley.
Richard, who was pulled early in the game on Tuesday.
Kim Mulkey's message during shoot-around, as you mentioned, was to really play with a blistering pace. And you thought the first 3 minutes were fast. Wait till you see what happens now with Full Wiley in the ball game. She'll single-handedly wrap it up a couple more notches.
Number 23 in white is one of the quickest players in the country, averaging 11.7 points identically in her last 2 seasons at South Carolina. She responded with 23 points the other night. 10-2 LSU. 3 minutes deep, first quarter action. Collins can't penetrate. 1 second to shoot. It's on its way legally, but off the rim. And here comes Fulwiley. Johnson sets up, fires, Flauget. Yes! She rips a 3, and LSU is out to a 13-2 lead. And this large crowd in the Maravich Center is up and cheering. 6:36 to go.
I love that for Fly.
13.
Nice seeing that going for Flauget. Big 4, baby, give me 3. Yes, that's definitely the move.
point like I'm Nick Young. I like my bitches super cute, bust on your face. They got the
Yes, it's true. But I still need love 'cause I'm just a man. I don't want you to leave. Will you hold my hand? Oh, won't you stay with me? 'Cause you're all I need.
LSU has taken 8 shots. They've made 6. And Victor, Howell, the pace has been frenetic.
And they've got 4 assists on those 6 made baskets. And yes, you pointed it out. The team talked about it at a shoot-around. They wanted to set the pace early and get out and run, and that's exactly what they've been doing. Beautiful back behind the back touch pass down on the inside. 7-0 on fast break points, 8 points in the paint. 13 overall for LSU, shooting 75%. Just kind of carrying over what we saw the blistering pace 24 hours ago with the men's team that shot, what, it was a 60-something for the game in the win last night against Tarleton State. Lady Tigers picking up right where they left off.
Koval and Zakiya Johnson have 4 each, and Flau'jae Johnson has 5 for the Tigers. 6:36 remains in an up and down first quarter here in the Maravich Center. Ross has the only bucket for Southeastern, coming off a 16-point performance and 5 rebounds in that big win over Centenary a couple of nights ago. Southeastern could not connect on the sideline. The pass forced the receiver, Ross, to throw it away and step on the sideline.
Yeah, instead of going to her, just kind of led her with a lead pass, except she was going to the sidelines and let her out of bounds. There's no room.
Williams uses the pick, and we've got a foul. And that's going to go against Fatim Sek, S-E-C-K.
So Johnson comes up to set the high screen. Sek just tries to fight over. You see that right hand getting inside, trying to reach for the ball, which got called for the contact foul.
Fadeaway jump shot, foul called. 2 free throws coming.
That's 2
for
quick ones.
Michaela Williams. Williams has been a mainstay since she arrived in Baton Rouge. She has started every game but one in her LSU career.
Great angle on that replay where you can see instead of going vertical, Sek came down and slapped down on it and hit Michaela almost on the elbow. So 2 quick fouls. As you mentioned, they're shorthanded already with 2 players that aren't going to be able to play. And now Sek goes to the bench almost 4 minutes of the game with 2 fouls.
14-2, Tigers by 12. We've only played 4 minutes. Koval comes out to defend the 3-point line. Williams defending the baseline. Fadeaway jump shot skids off the rim. That one not able to go down. Here comes Johnson. Late pass. Layup. Good. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Johnson running the floor. The other Johnson feeding her.
And adjusting with her hands, too, because she moved it from one hand to the other in the air. Shot it with the inside right hand for that layup.
16-2, first quarter. LSU already with 9 fast break points, Victor.
They're setting out to do exactly what Coach told them and what their goal was.
For Wiley shoots it too deep from the corner. But Flau'jae Johnson makes a nice pass to Koval, and she was fouled. LSU has been carving up the defense by Southeastern Louisiana. You mentioned all those assists combined with those buckets.
And Fulwiler was even a little surprised herself that she shot that one so high. far, rather, shooting it over from that corner left.
Here's the Ukrainian, 6'5" sophomore. Last year, she was in a Notre Dame uniform, had 10 starts, and played in 32 games. And Kate Koval was an All-ACC freshman team member. 18-2 LSU. There'll be somewhat of a line change here. We'll check them out as we sort it out. LSU with 5 new players. Joyner, Knox, Hines, Burridge, and Gilbert on the floor right now for LSU. This is after an 18-2 start in the first quarter by the starters. Shot clock at 8.
That's offensive. That's
right.
Great. And look at Kim Mulkey's excitement on the sideline for that effort. Watching him come in off the bench, just coming in off the bench, watching that intense defense, you can see how she's fired up with that kind of effort. Hines in the corner, they were switching. You've got Knox, you've got Hines switching off. She slides over. Excellent defensive play, using her feet, not her hands, gets in position, draws the charge.
LSU adds to its total, and we've got a whistle on the bucket.
Now they're going to blow. They're going to blow that one, wave it off. And
they are
offensive the other way on Joyner.
So Amaya Joyner.
Y'all say happy birthday to Divine, number 6. Happy birthday, number 6, Divine Burridge. Today is her birthday.
AAC Freshman of the Year.
Happy birthday to
and
number
also
6.
All AAC first team in her career. LSU by 16, a deep 3 in the air. Won't go, it bounces over the backboard. Hauled down in play by LSU. Burridge gets it down to Joyner. Strong move, misses left. Offensive rebound, put back. Well done, Grace Knox. Her first bucket.
One of those players that we were told about when we would get introduced to her, that she just has a knack of getting to the glass. As you see, LSU scored 14 unanswered here in the last 4.5, getting ready to make it 16.
Grace Knox with the steal and the lay-in. She's got long arms and terrific anticipation. (22-2) LSU. 3.5 to go, first quarter. Knox wants it, late pass, and there was a defender he was able to get between the passer and the receiver, Knox. That pass was just maybe a half-second tardy.
Well, there's also 2 Lady Tigers right there. Knox was coming in on the wing, but I don't think she saw Amaya Joyner, who was already in the lane, and she kind of elevated the pass, thinking it was going to go to Knox, and Joyner was right there.
Joyner off the throw-in behind the screen by Knox. A set play and easily executed by LSU.
You got a teammate just standing tall, setting a screen because she's just taking up space.
LSU has scored 18 consecutive points. (18 of the 24 have come in a row. That may be a dribbling infraction, and it was.
Yeah, dribble just got away from her. Trying to make something happen was Elia Collins. Couldn't control the dribble.
Jeff Dow on the sideline. He's had a nice career taking over at Southeastern Louisiana.
See how right there, after she caught that high dribble, a little shuffle of the feet. That led to that turnover. Let's see how many they have now. 5 turnovers for the Lions, and that's now 5 points for LSU off of it.
Amaya Joyner with the last bucket for LSU, 26-2. That makes a 20-point run, does it not? Yes, it does. Natalie Huff, who had 13 points and 4 rebounds against Centenary, will put it in play. This is Williams. Ball taken away. Gilbert wants it back, but instead Burridge brings it up. Kick out for the 3 ball. Nope. Hines on line, but just off the rim. Rebound Knox. That's a couple for her. Burridge pulls up, lets it rip, and drains it.
If the Lady Lions want to work on anything to try to improve, not for this game, forget this game, just to improve with all these new players in a new system, you're going to want to slow it down. You do not want to play at this pace with LSU and going down the floor with quick shots.
1:38 to go in the first quarter, and for those just joining us, it bears repeating that when you look at the entire bench, the entire roster for Southeastern Louisiana, everybody is a newcomer to Hammond.
9 players gone when their head coach left and took the job over at McNeese, staying in the Southland Conference. Jeff Dow came in to take over, but you're right, that opportunity, that rare opportunity, which you ever really wanted to happen, but you literally started with a clean slate. Go out and get every new player.
And the majority of the roster is from Texas, which makes sense because, of course, Jeff Dow coached at UIW in San Antonio for several years.
He did bring one player with him, Aaron McKenzie, the guard, number 3, played at UIW, came over to Hammond with him.
LSU has scored 22 consecutive points to build a 28-2 advantage. .80 seconds left in the first quarter. That came up a little bit short after a good move by Ramos to get into layup position. Knox could not make the catch, and she touched it last. She's saying, I didn't touch it last. They've just showed the replay, and that has ignited Kim Mulkey. That's a nice look inside.
Somebody got turned around and just lost their player. Wilkins found a chance to go to the block all alone.
Taylor Wilkins converting. LSU wastes no time in coming right back. And that hoop by Kaylin Gilbert, the 5'8" senior from Tampa, Florida, by way of Arizona, a couple of years at the University of Arizona.
Not surprising at all. 20 of LSU's 30 points here in the first quarter coming in the paint.
And that breaks a long run of points by LSU. Tigers had scored 22 straight before Southeastern finally breaks that string. The possession arrow stays with the visitors with 9 seconds to play in the first quarter. Natalie Huff, freshman from San Antonio, who started her career at Texas A&M Corpus Christi, throws it in and throws it away. LSU with the easy steal. Joyner 3-on-1, misses. Burridge misses. And the ball rolling toward the corner, picked up by the Lions as time expires in the first quarter. So quite a beginning for LSU.
Lots of pace coming out of the gates. Flauget leading the break. It's the Johnson connection, and LSU in complete control.
Do you enjoy women's and Olympic sport?
Okay, what's up, guys? So today I'm gonna be teaching Bella some Louisiana lingo. This gonna be part 1, and if y'all blow this up, why is it freezing? Okay. All right. So the first word is wazam. Like what's up, right? Yeah. Okay. That's the first word. Okay, the next word is flunky.
What the fuck is that? Flunky?
Flunky, like
cool?
no. No. If I say like, man, he a flunky.
You weird? Give me another example.
If I be like, go pick that up, and somebody pick that up, I'd be like, man, he a flunky.
He be listening like, oh.
Yeah, like a flunky is basically like somebody that you be like you tell them what to do and they do it. Like they're basically a punk.
Oh, okay.
Sense, like, yeah.
Okay.
Okay, next one is Juice.
Like you joking? Like you trolling?
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
she got that one, y'all. She got that one. Old lady.
Old lady?
Yeah. Yeah, like that's like old lady. Like I don't know how to put it. Old lady.
Old lady?
Okay, so basically like
Like an old person?
yeah, but like if a dude be like, that's my old lady.
Your girl?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, this another one. If a dude be like, that's my little yeah.
You're like little like fine shit like.
Okay, you get out. Okay, the next one is G Nikes.
6 overall, including 19-1 in the Southland Conference. The Lady Lioners won the regular season, got to the championship game in the tournament, only to lose in the title game to Lamar. Led the conference in opposition points per game, steals per game, assist to turnover ratio, lots of big numbers. Following the magical run of the season, the head coach, Ayla Gazzardo, was offered and accepted the McNeese job. 9 players went with her to Lake Charles to now play for the Cowgirls. So what do you have to do? You hire a new head coach. They brought in Jeff Dow. 12 newcomers on this roster for Jeff as he is now basically rebuilding the program, taking this opportunity. We mentioned he's had a very good career, led his team to 6 conference titles and 7 NCAA appearances. In his last 6 years, he was at UIW, but the challenge is there to rebuild over in Hemet.
And just to amplify that graphic, they did have one returner, but she did not letter. There is not a returning letter winner on the roster this year for Southeastern Louisiana. Flaugier Johnson steps inside the three-point line, lets it fly, misses, tries to get her own rebound. It can't do it as it bounced off her noggin into the hands of an opponent. We have just started the second quarter. LSU up by 26. Megan Yarnovich, who wears number 15 in white, has entered the game for the Tigers. She comes over to help, and a swisher from the right side, dropped in by Aliyah Collins. That's her first bucket. Johnson for 3.
Season opener 48 hours ago for Flaugier. She had 12 points, but struggled offensively, just 3 of 10 from the floor. She did take 3 three-point attempts, only hit 1 of those. So far tonight, 3 for 4. 2 of her 3 makes are three-pointers. The other one was the breakaway layup.
Flaugier Johnson, Zakiya Johnson, Michaela Williams, Megan Yarnovich, and Malaysia Fulwiley on the floor right now. Williams gets it down to the newcomer, Yarnovich, and she drops it in. She's a left-hander, and she was able to get to that left side and put it down.
And you'll find when you watch that replay, that pass wasn't going to her. That pass was going to Flaugier, breaking down the point, breaking down the lane. But she had great hands. She thought it was coming to her, so she grabbed it, turned, and spun, and put it in.
Yarnovich comes over to help, knocks the ball loose, but it's gathered by Southeastern on the baseline, and then there was a violation with the ball over the baseline, a foot on that line. So LSU will work it up.
Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I just checked. I did receive it. Thank you. I appreciate it. And yes, ma'am, I did. Thank you.
Yarnovich will go back to the free throw line.
Mulkey, following the season opener Tuesday night, had a lot of positive things to say about Megan and her basketball knowledge and how well she knows the game and where to be. None of the players want to play with her. She did so many rotations, different rotations, and we're going to see it again tonight. We're going to see it again for the next couple of weeks. A lot of different rotations for the Lady Tigers because we take it a little in depth. We had a conversation with Bob Stark in preseason. You and I enjoyed talking to Coach. He gave us a little bit of insight that they go so in depth. They're not worried about maybe one player at a particular moment. They want to try entire lineups. So when we need a fast defensive lineup, who's our best five? If we need to go big defensive, if we want to be fast break, who are our five? And they're going to use these games to do a lot of mixing and matching with the new players that come in.
LSU has allowed just 6 points through the first 12 and a half minutes. Shot clock at 4. This is knocked away and a foul called out front.
We'll get full Wiley on the call after she tried to jump the passing lane. Just a little body contact before she tried to break away.
So the shot clock is reset to 20 with 7.5 to go in the second quarter. Here comes Michaela Williams after the steal on the wing. Another fast break bucket, keyed by defense on the other end.
We saw her do that the other night as well. She had 4 steals against Houston Christian. Deceptively quick on defense, but she has such great timing to jump the passing lane, and then she has all the momentum heading the other direction.
Full Wiley will take a long 3. Misses it left.
That's the one she hit, remember, in the season opener. She went behind the back, through the legs, put a defender on her heels, and wound up draining the 3 from the right wing.
LSU by 33 with 6:46 to go in the first half. Full Wiley rips off the rebound, slings it down to Williams looking for a teammate. Flau'jae Johnson was the target, but could not gather it cleanly. It'll stay with LSU. Well, let's see how LSU plays this. Full Wiley gets it to Johnson. Flau'jae Johnson will back away. Uses the pick. Steps back, shoots from just inside the three-point line, and nestles it over the front rim.
So nice and easy for Flau'jae to do that. Just coming off a little bit of a screen and just basically sidesteps and floats to the left to be able to get the jumper. That gets her 10 points, the first in double digits tonight.
She also has 3 rebounds. And another steal. Ahead to Johnson. LSU gets to 43-6 with 5:53 to go.
The offices of Johnson and Johnson tonight with the connection between Flau'jae and Zakai.
Once again, Williams with the steal all the way down to Full Wiley. Another easy bucket. Fast break bucket after fast break bucket. Timeout here in the second quarter. LSU ripping and snorting and running to a 45-6 lead over Southeastern Louisiana.
Enjoy it, y'all. Y'all know SEC play and Duke and all the other teams, how it gets. But yeah, y'all, that's funny. 45.
Girl, I love I'ma hit it from the front, back, side, side. Girl, I
I promise you, I just laughed. Not forfeit, no, because they're seriously looking like they do not want to play no more. They want it to be halftime and for this game to be over, but that's so funny. Yo. Duke on the floor, no worries. Yeah, I seen them not scoring. But this team literally put up 100 points in their last game, the team that we're playing right now. It was their first time scoring points since 2018. But I did do a refresh on this break just to see.
speed, getting to the lane, the vision, hitting the teammates on the Johnson and Johnson connection, and then she lines it up from behind the three-point line in the corner. A very good start for Flage. No problems on the season opener. It was just a little slower offensively tonight. Through a quarter and a half, 4 or 5 from the floor. She's hit both of her three-pointers and has an easy 10 points.
LSU is 19 for 28 from the floor, 5 of 6 from the free throw line. It's had 2 long runs tonight, 1 of 22 earlier, and right now a 15-0 advantage with a scoring run. In 5 seconds, they will put the ball in play. And here we go. Shaeeta Richard has returned to the lineup. Malaysia Fulwiley, Kate Coball, Micaiah Williams, and Zakiya Johnson on the floor for the Tigers. And no matter what the lineup tonight, Victor, this LSU defense has been just
suffocating.
It really is. That's the right word for it.
Exactly. Absolutely taking the air out. You see the hustle by Fulwiley in front of her own bench, throws it behind her and hit it back so hard it bounced off a lady line, went back to LSU's possession. No, it's this. You said it. Shoot around. Kim Mulkey had points. I don't want to see backdoor cuts. That meant better pressure on the ball out front. And the second thing is, you said they wanted to come out blazing speed. They have put so much defensive pressure and run up and down the floor so fast. They have literally just suffocated the Lady Lions. I think they've taken the absolute air out of everything because of the consistent pace that they've hit the floor with here in the first quarter and a half.
Coball misses a couple of free throws, some rare misses for the Tigers. But it's going to stay with LSU. And Michaela Williams will leave and be replaced by Kaylin Gilbert. Gilbert wears 16 in white. She's got the ball now.
You see the Lady Lions have switched up the defense to go more of a zone. Get out of that man-to-man play because they're just outsized by LSU. It turns into a turnover.
Richard having trouble holding on to the ball and then threw it away. 45-6 LSU, 4:50 to go in the second quarter. That shot had no chance, just kind of hooked up with a hope amongst 3 Tigers. Johnson, too strong off the window. Coball right there to finish.
We can see here when you've got your bigs running the floor and following up in case there is a miss, and Coball was right there to put it back in. Gives her 6 on the night.
You were reading my mind because she is an active post player.
Yes.
Offensive foul.
Zakiya Johnson drawing the charge away from the ball down on the post as we now see 4 more Lady Tigers. This will be the routine all night. Just frequent substitutions. Let everybody get in, get a shot. Let's do some mix and matching in the lineup.
4:13 remains in a second quarter mismatch, 47-6.
Talked about that defensive pressure now. They're going to go from what looked like a 2-3 earlier to a 1-3-1. So what does LSU do? So this is it's great to see the different defenses, right? Southeastern last possession went 2-3, got a steal. That time they came down in a 1-3-1. LSU noticed it, just threw it over everybody. Down to Knox. Quick turnaround, easy layup.
Grace Knox has 6 points. Also in the lineup, Joyner and Hines, Burridge and Gilbert. Burridge on the move, hanging in the air, leaves it short off the left side iron. Nice rebound, falling down by Knox, but she can't keep it in play.
Look at Knox going flying over, trying to grab it. Oh, and the foot was on the baseline right there. Made the effort to save it. Figured there was a teammate out on the wing. Great effort getting under the glass, but his foot out of bounds.
Right now, that rim is the size of a teacup for the Lions. They do get it back with a steal in backcourt. The shot clock is at 4. Gilbert chases the rebound. Takes it down the left side. Stops, hangs, fires. Got it off the window.
Great vision by Gilbert. Just found a little bit of a lane. That's all she needed to get left side. Put that layup in on the glass for her first bucket of the night.
LSU with a 22-point run and right now a 21-point run. The last bucket by the Lions was the first hoop of this quarter. And we're at 2:33 remaining.
So that scoring drought of almost 7 minutes. They've also had 7 turnovers in that scoring drought.
LSU with 51 first half points. Gilbert takes it down the lane, makes the feed down to Knox. She recovers it and lays it in. Grace Knox has some basketball tools.
Oh, yeah. She was rated the number 6 player by ESPN, number 13 by On3.
She's got a lot of length,
coming out of school,
long arms, and terrific instincts, and a willingness to get a little mean underneath.
Yeah, you need that.
Good hustle by the Lions to retain control. It opens a 3-ball up. Huff misses from the wing, but a good effort by Southeastern there. And another one as they get a loose ball tip back into front court. This is Huff backing away, trying to catch her breath and get the offense set. The pass to the wing, out of the reach of the teammate. Gilbert lays it up, misses. Burridge can't keep it in play, but it's off of the Lion, I think.
You are correct. Get it under the basket. Fresh 20. 1:19 left in the quarter.
Southeastern has 1 hoop in this period. That pass fooled Joyner.
It was the right idea, nice idea. I don't know if it was the right idea. Let me rephrase that. It was a nice idea because she saw her. You see Joyner's not happy with the way that pass came to her.
I think Joyner was trying to line up for the potential rebound. Look at the hustle.
And they got the tip off the Lady Lions, too.
Bella Hines forcing that turnover. And now Megan Yarnovich comes back in from Potomac, Maryland, where her high school team won a state championship. 15 in white. 3-ball up, 3-ball in from the corner. That one switched home by Bella Hines, the freshman from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Who was a 2-time player of the year in the state of New Mexico.
LSU is on a 26-0 run following an earlier 22-0 run. And a chance for more. Steal by Gilbert. Weaving, ducking, shooting, left hand, spinning around the rim. Down it goes.
Just a little determination there, one-on-one for Gilbert. Tried to get her defender on skates and then goes left side. Nice spin to get the friendly roll.
28 straight points for LSU. But with the 2 combined runs, Victor, that's 50. Actually 60. No, 50. 50 straight, 50 points combined over 2 runs. Here's some more. Hines just before the end of the half drills one. Her teammates come down to celebrate. What a first period by LSU. 61-6. A 31-0 run to close out the second quarter.
They've done it from outside, inside. Kaylin Gilbert driving to the lane, and LSU on cruise control.
And I just love this team. I just really love this team. We're going to have fun watching them all year. Do you see how deep we are? How much everybody plays with emotion? It's just showtime. It's just, I enjoy it. 61-6. Yo, but nice defense held them under double digits in the first half. Like, that's crazy. So, yeah, I love it. I love seeing everybody play. It's just super, super fun. Bella Hines hitting back-to-back threes. KG with the finesse at the rim. Obviously, everybody else did what they do per usual. It's just like, wow, love this team. Oh, see, they haven't even posted the updates, but that's funny. But halftime, y'all, halftime.
Way legally, but off the rim. And here comes Fulweiler. Johnson sets up, fires, Flaugier. Yes! She rips a three, and LSU is out to a 13-2 lead. On its way legally. Skids off the rim. That one not able to go down. Here comes Johnson, late pass, layup, good. Oh, beautiful, beautiful. Johnson running the floor, the other Johnson feeding her. Skids off the rim. Here comes Michaela Williams after the steal on the wing. Another fast break bucket, keyed by defense on the other end. And another steal. Ahead to Johnson. LSU gets to 43-6. Rebounds.
Okay, what's up, guys? So today I'm
Fisher pose, grill it in. Word, hold on. It's me and my friends. Go, bud. Word, you know what I'm saying?
Service Center game 2 of the season for both the Lady Lions from visiting Southeastern and the 5th ranked and homestanding LSU Lady Tigers, and it is all LSU, 61-6. Last night at the men's game, Tiger great Ronald Dupree, former head coach John Brady. Both of them recognized on the floor to the Maravich Assembly Center crowd about 2 months ago. In fact, it was September 19th, downtown Baton Rouge at the Manship Theater. They were inducted into the LSU Athletic Hall of Fame. Lots of smiles, lots of memories, lots of great play from that young man on the right. Of course, is now on Matt McMahon's staff as a general manager. And John Brady, the former head coach, congratulations to both of them. It was good to see them on the floor.
Indeed, and both have played a very important part of LSU basketball. Of course, John Brady does an outstanding job as the analyst on the LSU Sports Radio Network, with Chris Blair handling the play-by-play. And Ronald Dupree has been a player, certainly in the front office of the NBA, and now in the front office of LSU.
Yeah, the general manager of LSU's men's basketball program. And, of course, for John Brady, the honors continue because next summer he'll be in Natchitoches with the class of 2026 for the Louisiana Sports Hall of Fame. Quite a year for the former Tiger head coach.
Well, let's turn our attention east to Pensacola, where the LSU Tigers are undefeated in soccer in the Southeastern Conference Tournament. They knocked off Auburn 3-2 in a first-round game after leading 2-0, then winning 3-2 over Auburn. Then came Tennessee a couple of days ago. Tennessee went down as LSU pitched the shutout 2-0. And today, in a game which started in late afternoon, LSU has defeated Mississippi State by a 3-1 score. So the Tigers have outscored their opponents in this tournament 8-3. They've won 3 consecutive soccer matches, Victor, and they are poised to play for the SEC championship.
And you can see from the highlights the teamwork that they had, being in the right place at the right time with that deflection, some beautiful touch shots you saw in the first round of highlights against Auburn, then getting the job done against number 4 Tennessee, and then the roll continues. It's just a great way to see momentum coming to life for this LSU soccer team. They've been playing some outstanding ball, had a chance maybe to go for the championship.
And, of course, the soccer team with its best record so far in a long, long time, a chance to win an SEC championship, and very likely will host a first-round game in the NCAA tournament.
That's so exciting when you have the chance, especially being here at home, to get that home crowd, being in the home field where you're familiar with, and it's tournament time. It doesn't matter if it's college football playoffs and football, the NCAA tournament, baseball, doesn't matter. When it's playoff, all the excitement elevates. It would be great if LSU could host it.
Well, let's look at some of the highlights in the Mississippi State game. Remember, the final score in this match was 3-1, LSU prevailing.
Looked like they had good weather. Thank goodness down there on the coast as the sun was shining bright, because this is earlier today. Look at the long play off the pitch, off the header, going backwards and then taking advantage of it. It's just a little touch, but that's all it takes to get past the goalie. Watch it again. Just one time it out of the air, boom, just like that. Lady Tigers are on the board.
So, we'll take a timeout here as LSU 3-0 in the SEC tournament. The Tigers 61, Southeastern Louisiana 6.
The Burger King.
Okay, what's up, guys? So today I'm gonna be teaching Bella some Why
the fuck he ain't pay the plug? That's all I wanna know. But I'm finna tell you about it, girl. Listen to me. Her little TC got his ass cracked 'cause he couldn't pay the.
It's just something about that mouth. Shut the fuck up and get out your body. Yeah, shut the fuck up and get out your body. I'm outside with the shit just like a porta potty. And I'm on a nigga ass like some pet potty. It's something about that ball and I can't leave. Come on.
She don't know what she doing.
Getting that ball, bitch, huh? Getting that ball. Throw me fast. Getting that ball. Ball. Getting that ball. Ball. Getting that ball. Ball. Getting that ball. Look. In here tweaking like a motherfucking cell. They know to throw me back soon as I step foot up in here. I'm trying to jig with you. Pop a pill with you, touch a feel with you, you know I chill with you. Oh, you fucking with that? Look, this here double stack. Look, soon as this bitch bounce off your tongue, you know it's none of that. You Nigga, pop you one of them. Look, I'ma throw a couple bags. Look, once I let her go the first time, ain't no coming back. Nigga, I getting that ball. Getting that ball. Getting that ball. Big great shit. Getting that ball. Ball. Getting that ball. Bitch.
No. Right.
He gon' call you baby boo. You let him play with you, don't got a job and need your cash up and got a baby too. And don't pay bills and drop you off at work, you let him stay with you. I ain't judging, but you ain't watch Baby Boy, like, is you crazy for me? So my name is Bennett, I ain't in it, all my windows tinted. If you wanna talk, but ain't no commas, I don't speak a sentence. I don't like the media or the drama, it don't mix with business. I'm the hardest to rap by sex, so it ain't register, I don't get a minute. I took my team to know that we was lit inside the master. Say you go to LS, you gon' graduate and get a master. Man, I'm way too lit and rich, I might just get it after. I'm in college trying to get a dub, the NBA come after. I'm a boss, I'm tripping and flipping the hundreds and fifties, I really cannot take a loss. I'm really the captain ahead of the game, I'm there with a crane gon' toss. Can't win till you own that loss, they slip but I'm on that cross. Might trip, I ain't gon' fall, I'm stick on y'all, I'm rich, I ball. I'm flexing and swerving on that curve.
All right, y'all. Looks like we are back from halftime. Let me know if you can hear. Yeah. Now let me know.
61-6 is the
All right,
halftime
so
score.
welcome back from halftime.
With Victor Howell, I'm Lynn Rollins. We're in the Maravich Center today. There's been a long run in the first quarter, a very long run in the second quarter. Quite frankly, LSU is hitting on all cylinders and then some, Victor, both offensively and defensively.
Yeah, the Lady Lions can't find any cylinders to hit on. LSU came out so fast, punched them in the mouth to call that quick timeout for the Lady Lions because, to your point at shoot-around, Kim Mulkey had a message. I want to come out the gates running, and we want to put the pressure on. This team is very deep. The Lady Lions are not, and they came out running, and they set the tone. It's exactly what they wanted to do. Flauze Johnson cutting through the defense with the layup. A nice lead pass out to the other Johnson of Johnson and Johnson. Zakiya Johnson gets the layup. How about Boris coming down there. I said, Michaela, there's the Michaela shot I was waiting for. The behind the back pass to Johnson underneath. They did it in all sorts of ways, each side of the floor, right up down the middle. Everything that they wanted to do, it was that easy. Southeastern just struggled from the floor. We're not able to find anything successful on the offense. 3 of 24 from the floor for the Lady Lions.
And this is a record-setting performance for LSU, Victor. It's the fewest points that LSU has ever allowed in a half. That's first half or second half all time. So 6 points, the very fewest ever allowed in a half by the Tigers.
And the fast break points, not a surprise. Southeastern doesn't have any because they haven't been able to get any control of the ball to get down. They're always taking the ball out of the net from LSU for what they're doing because LSU went to the first half and shot 68% from the floor, 50% from behind the three-point line. But LSU is the one that's doing the running. They've just overwhelmed the Lady Lions. We had a very nice win in the season opener, but this is definitely, if nothing else, it's just an experience to see what the next level of competition is like. And LSU's playing like it right now.
12 players saw duty in the first half for LSU. 11 scored. As you look at the newcomer points, very balanced there.
And we've seen them in and out of this lineup. We'll continue to see it in the second half and for the next few games to come as Kim Mulkey and her staff continue to tinker with the lineups a little bit to see who does what best with what other teammates on the floor. But 8-8-8 all the way across. And we've seen it from different ways. We saw Johnson step from the outside. We saw Grace Knox attacking the glass. We saw that nice little jump shot from the 12-foot wing from the baseline from Kate Cobalt. So we've seen them do it in different ways.
Yeah, comment where y'all watching from. Comment what state or country.
Should be a glide to the end of this ball game.
Blage Johnson leads the way for the Tigers with 10 points and is the leading scorer in the first half. And the only player who did not score among the 12 who played in the first half was Jada Richard. She was limited to just a little over 4 minutes on the court. So a night like no other in the history of LSU women's basketball defensively, allowing only 6 points in the first period to the Southeastern Louisiana Lions. The Lions scored 4 in the first. They scored 2 in the second. LSU has been very consistent, 30 first quarter points and 31 second quarter points. Tomorrow, around the water cooler at work, if you've been watching tonight, you can say I've seen something that has never been done before.
Well, tremendous defensive pressure, and it's really just fine-tuning this team for what's to come. We know the gauntlet that is SEC women's basketball. Along the way, they're going to see Duke in early December in that SEC-ACC matchup. Be a handful of those games that will then get them ready for what they'll see come January when the SEC tips off. So it's not a surprise to see them with this pressure. I'd be surprised if they don't keep it up here in the third quarter. This game was long, put to bed, but this is getting you ready for what's to come, especially with all the newcomers who have not been into SEC play yet for what they're about to experience.
Well, let's look at upcoming games against ranked opponents for LSU. Things will change on this schedule.
Yeah, and the first one is the one I just mentioned, the ACC-SEC matchup, number 5 and number 7. That should be an unbelievable ball game on December 4th. You've got Kentucky. That'll be New Year's Day. It's a night game that we look forward to having here with you when Kentucky takes on LSU. Then they'll face Vanderbilt. Texas there at number 4. Oklahoma at number 6. If that graphic would continue, you would see Valentine's night at South Carolina. The hits just keep on coming when you get to the SEC.
How about a quick trivia quiz for you as we start the third quarter? Every team except one in the SEC won its game this week. Which team lost? The only team to suffer a defeat in the first few days.
I'm going to admit that I did not prep that angle. I did not see who hit me with it. I'm not sure.
It's Tennessee.
Really? Mm-hmm. Okay.
An 80-77 loss to North Carolina State. Southeastern Louisiana in green, LSU in white. Joyner, Johnson, Williams, and Richard on the floor, and that rolls and falls away.
They're going to call Zakiah for the offensive foul. She tried to sidestep. The defender was there. She planted a foot and actually tried to go right to avoid the contact. Take another look as she's coming down the floor. You'll see she's going to plant, slides right, but still a little too far north and south down the floor to make the chest-to-chest contact with the defender that was standing still, even though she tried to sidestep it. They called her for the charge.
Williams with the reach around, pokes it away to a teammate and gets the return pass. She'll shoot from the elbow. No, off the rim, tipped around. Blage Johnson's got it. She fades, she can't fire. Williams was open for 3 instead. A beautiful cross-lane pass into the hands of a teammate for the score, and that was beautifully done. Connecting was Zakiah Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson to Johnson connection. Michaela Williams is sitting out here on the left wing, just top of the key, just off the side of the top of the key, wide open. But Flage took the difficult path, but the nice path down the lane.
There's a 3-ball from the left side, the first one of the game. That one dropped in to break that long scoring run. Natalie Huff with the bucket that ends a 33-point run for LSU, covering the second quarter and early here in the first. And Williams that time tried to slip it down on a bounce pass to the baseline and could not find a receiver. Huff gets in trouble. The ball bounces around, and the Lions collect it. This for 3 from way back. A bad miss. Rebound hauled off by Zakiah Johnson. Flaugier. Michaela Williams. Back to Flaugier Johnson. Stops, fires, got it off the window. You've talked about it for 3.5 years now, Victor. The smoothness and the execution and the ability to make it look easy for Flaugier Johnson.
And even when things look a little hectic, or maybe you need to slow it down for her, the game comes so slow. Just in the lane, gains control of her dribble, a little sidestep, float to the left, and kisses it off the glass.
Zakiya Johnson takes it away. Ahead to Jada Richard, hanging in the air, shooting, missing high off the window. Offensive rebound by Joyner. And the play is stopped with a whistle.
Joyner's going to go to the free throw line on the putback attempt. See here, a little missed time from the Lady Lions, and as she goes back up when it gets fouled from the underneath. Here's one more look. Just takes it straight up. You see Huff reach in there.
Yep, it's Huff who fouled her.
Yep.
Look at Johnson go to work. Stomps her foot with excitement, and she's going to get a free throw to boot. Zakiya Johnson, my goodness, she's stepping into the shoes of some great rebounders over the last 3 or 4 years at LSU. And this youngster has got a lot of that same grit.
Lisa Morrow comes to mind. So many reasons. The way she's attacking the glass. Second straight game, and first 2 games as a Lady Tiger in double digits. She now has 12 to lead the way along with Flaugier. Last night was, you were right, 11 and 11. Look at here, she just ties up, or literally picks up the ball with the Lady Lion with her. Gets the turnover. Zakiya was ranked number 4 by On3. She was ranked number 13 by ESPN coming out of high school. Averaged better than 20 points a ball game senior season, along with 8 rebounds and just about 4 assists.
She goes to the bench right now in favor of Kate Cobalt. LSU is just carving up the Lions defense. The latest bucket on the lay-in by Joyner. That's 7 points for Joyner. Flaugier Johnson called for the foul.
Oh, they got Michaela.
Yeah, they did.
Michaela just got caught by that screen. Trying to go on the backside of the screen. Reached up, slapped her on the arm.
70-9.
This will be the second and third free throw attempts for Southeastern, not the quarter, but the game.
70-9, y'all. Still not in double digits. Could this get them to double digit?
They are 1 for 11 from three-point range, 4 for 29 from the floor.
No,
and 0 for 3
it does
from the
not.
free throw line. Cobalt spins and lays it in. The pass from the key by Joyner into the hands of Cobalt for the bucket.
And it was very easy for Cobalt, but give Joyner credit for the way that she was able to post up and have that shoulder out there in that lead. The pass went right to her to turn around and put it in.
Cobalt guarding the much smaller guard out front and doing a pretty good job. Flaugier Johnson lopes into front court. Will take the 3.
It's off left.
Cobalt, big rebound, puts it on the floor. Half hook, good.
And that's good to see. That's that aggressiveness. Now, LSU had been blessed for the Lady Tigers to have an Angel Reese and then an Anissa Morrow, who were just automatic double-digit rebounders every single night. You don't have those individual dominant players anymore, so it's going to have to be by committee. And we've seen Joyner get to the glass. We've certainly seen Knox, and LSU is going to want to see Koval play like that. Grab rebounds, and then don't be soft going back up to the rim. Power it up there. Take it back. If you draw contact, great.
6 rebounds, 12 points for Cobalt. And here comes a line change. 5 new Tigers are going to come into the game. Williams ahead to Flau'jae Johnson. There are no defenders. And Flau'jae Johnson adds to her point total. The one half of the Johnson & Johnson combination, Flau'jae has 14 points. We'll take a timeout right here. 76-9. LSU well on its way to its second victory of the year.
The Burger
Shooter outside. That's the shooter. Shoot. 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 We got that shooter outside. That's the shooter. Shoot. We got that shooter outside. That's the shooter. Shoot.
Yeah, girl that wet with us, you can look and jump like a girl that wet.
Good eat. What? Me and my own. Walk out, let's go. Walk out. Walk out. Hello. It's me and my walk in, walk out, let's go. Walk out. Tonight is very serious. Don't the game. Night first half, the third quarter. He's the best because he's making a tough pass here on the breakaway. She makes it look easy when they blow out there like this. Another tough game. She just plays at a very smooth pace. And here in the third quarter, halfway through it, 4 points and 2 assists for Flau'jae, who's now back on the benches. Once again, we're no surprise seeing LSU making the lineup changes, get more players in, different combinations.
Well, in case you've just joined us, LSU set a record by allowing only 6 points in the first half. That's an all-time record for any half, an all-time low or high, depending on the way you look at it. And Victor, I'm sure that there are some folks wondering, well, what is the record for fewest points in a game with the LSU women's basketball team? The answer is 19, and that occurred twice. Unselfish play, a 3-ball by Bella Hines after the pass.
How good as she looked shooting from behind line in the first half. She was outstanding, hitting the shots over there in the far left corner in front of Southeastern's bench.
9 points for her.
All 4 of her shots, all 3 of her makes come from three-point land.
We'll take a timeout and be right back. 4:22 to go in the third quarter. 79-9 LSU.
Extra value meals are back at McDonald's.
It happened in 2000. Every Tiger, with the exception of Jada Richard, has scored tonight.
Shaeeta came in, took one shot, she hasn't played since.
That's going to be tied up. Gilbert turned right into the defender who just latched onto the ball. Southeastern in green, LSU in white. Tigers have had a game of long runs. There's one tossed in from the wing. Mia Ramos gets into the back scoring.
Yeah, well executed play off the inbounds there.
The freshman from San Antonio delivers. Full Wiley tried to slip it off behind her back to Knox at a whistle. That last bucket by the Lions stopped a 16-0 run. So the Tigers have had runs of 22, 33, and 16 in this game. Knox at the free throw line for the first time tonight. This would be her 10th point. It's tapped around. Yarnovich comes up with it and lays it in. Megan Yarnovich, the freshman, at the right place, right time, and delivers. She's got 6 off the bench. Knox and Hines and Yarnovich and Gilbert and Full Wiley on the floor right now.
You mentioned Southeastern was playing shorthanded. The young woman on the left of your screen, that's Lihi Azori. She played professionally 3 years over in Israel. She's not playing tonight. She played in their opener. She's not playing tonight. And the young woman you saw on the right of your screen was Emma Lucio. She's redshirting, unfortunately, getting ready for the season. She tore her ACL and her meniscus. Not going to get any weight bearing on the leg right now, but hopefully be back sooner rather than later. But just adding for the Lady Lions for a roster that's brand new. Lynn, there were 2 that just are not in action tonight.
Yeah, no doubt they could have used the services of both of those players.
Azori on your left. She played 3 years of professional ball over in Israel. Also played for the national under-18.
Why they on the bench cracking up, y'all?
The last
like
bucket.
they are having
11
a
for her now. 2:40 to go. There's a one tossed in from the key. Nicely delivered by Mary Dangerfield, a freshman from Dallas, who had a couple of points on a rebound against Centenary. 84-13. We are still in the third quarter. Full Wiley turns and tosses it in high off the window. The bank is open.
Hasn't been as easy tonight for Full Wiley. Not that it matters, but she looks so smooth and so efficient. Had a little trouble with her jump shot tonight from what we saw in that debut.
Burridge is going to check. Burridge is going to check in for the Tigers. Hines lobs it down to Full Wiley. Oh, it rolls out.
Just talking about how it hasn't been as easy and smooth for her, and that one rolls out. There's a foul.
Yep. Going to get Gilbert. That's the 4th team foul for LSU. .101 seconds to go in the third quarter.
Offensive foul coming in, sliding over, holding the position on the floor. Nice job by Bella Hines, knowing the contact is coming. Is it too early to work in our offensive charge reference from our former Lady Tiger friend who was the best in the business? I mean, at this stage, it's a 60-point, 70-point game.
I don't think it's too early.
I don't know. We tip our cap every year to Sean Kenny.
The best I've ever seen.
Yeah,
do it.
well, there's no doubt about it.
Last time I heard, she was out in Los Angeles or California.
Sean Kenny? Oh, no. No, she's the girls' basketball coach at St. Thomas More High School, just down the road in Lafayette.
Well, that was the last I heard, which is
okay.
No, a decade ago.
Well, now you've
right?
heard differently.
Yeah.
You just heard just now.
I heard correctly now. Yeah, she was absolutely the most clever and most deceitful in drawing offensive fouls. She was remarkable in her ability to get to a defensive spot.
And tough as nails, because sometimes she just got run over and it didn't bother her one bit.
Tough as a railroad spike, for sure. Look at Full Wiley. She is the type of player who not only possesses a lot of skills, she is so quick, so smart, so decisive, so instinctual defensively. She can guard bigger players because of that talent.
And you saw she uses her inside shoulder, too, because if you try to reach around with the outside hand, there's a chance you're going to slip and hit him on the arm. She uses that inside hand, but it's that speed and quickness to knock the ball loose.
LSU takes it away again. Hines tries to run it down, saves it. And they're going to call a jump ball as Burridge went up for the jumper and was tied up. 17 seconds left. Let's go back and look.
Good hands to not get the foul from behind there on Sec. And LSU now can run the end of quarter play. Shot clock off. Or you can do that.
Bella Hines, you talked about her ability to hit the long one.
4-5 tonight, puts her in double digits with 12.
All 4 of her buckets have been three-pointers, have they not?
No, they have been.
And so, let's go back and look at Full Wiley doing her thing.
Here's that quick.
Close out the third quarter. Full Wiley on the run. Lays it in, 91-13. LSU leads.
The Burger
how well she can score. Because Bella Hines has been doing it all from behind the line here in the first 3 quarters. 4 of 5 from the floor. All 5 attempts, 4 makes coming from the 3-point line. She has 12 points and showing us why she was such a prolific scorer in high school and her scoring ability. She surpassed 2,000 points in her junior season when she averaged 32 and a half a game. As you take a look at some of the freshmen and what they were coming into this recruiting class, and made it number 1 for LSU. There's Bella Hines at 32. I don't know, Lynn, with the way she's shooting, I think 32.
How many points can we score in 10?
Yes.
Set a new record?
So the fourth quarter coming your way right now. Johnson tries to take that ball away. Williams defending. She gets picked off. Turnaround jump shot. Slides off left. Rebound LSU and on the run.
Richard. There's Richard back in the game for the first time since the brief appearance in the first half.
Knox, both Johnsons, Williams, and Richard in the lineup. That's a sweet little stop-and-go jumper. Aaliyah Collins, the junior from College Station, Texas, started her career at Mercer, and she's got a couple of buckets now.
Yeah, she started at Mercer. She went over to UIW. And while she was there, she led the team in scoring, was 7th in the conference.
She's not been able to approach that kind of output tonight. Shot clock at 4. Collins launches it. Offensive rebound. Short jump shot right side. Too strong. Here comes LSU. Johnson can't handle it. It goes out of bounds. Touched last by the visitors. Southeastern with 6 first half points, 9 in the second half. LSU scored 30 in the first quarter, 31 in the second quarter, and 30 in the third quarter. That's pretty consistent, isn't it?
As good as it gets.
Johnson backing in, turning, leaving it short. Williams tips it, actually tipped it to herself, and then lays it back in.
Got held up there by the net just long enough for her to be able to grab the self-tip, come back up with it.
So Michaela, with only 5 tonight, she has certainly not looked for her shot. 5 rebounds as well. The 3 Tigers on the floor right now with double-figure scoring are Knox with 11, Flau'jae Johnson with 14, and Zakiya Johnson with 12. Johnson, a very fine defender and certainly willing to mix it up early in her career. There's Michaela Williams.
Well, she heard you say that she hadn't really been looking for her shot, so she figured if I've got the open wing 3 in transition, might as well show everybody what I can do.
Look at the defense by Johnson again. She turns defense into offense, and the Tigers are a bucket away from 100.
Look at that 0 fast break points. Lady Lions never a chance to even run the floor unless they were chasing LSU down the floor.
And Megan Yarnovich is going to come back into the game right now. And she replaces Grace Knox. Knox leaves with 11. Yarnovich checks in with 6. Zakiya Johnson and Flau'jae Johnson both have 14 for the Tigers. And they lead the way. Koval is also in double figures with 12.
Oh, nice up and under. Couldn't get it to go. Beautiful. She's got 2 Lady Tigers up on her feet. Aaron Williams just couldn't get it to fall.
Johnson with another rebound. Johnson defending, got a piece of that. She is really, really relentless defensively.
Very, very impressed. Looking forward to see how the game continues to grow here in Baton Rouge, because her first 2 games have really been outstanding. Look how she just sets up position there. Beautiful feed by Michaela Williams, but Johnson knew exactly how to get in position there, leave an open passing lane for Michaela just to do the wraparound, get it for the easy 2.
And Zakiya Johnson now leads LSU in scoring with 16 after a dandy assist by Michaela Williams.
Here's the foul from Maravich. See it right there. Wasn't a problem sliding down the lane, but you saw her frustration. No, when she put those hands up there and got the contact. Jada Richard back on the bench for LSU.
Both Johnsons, Burridge, Williams, and Yarnovich on the floor for the Tigers with 5:28 to play. Flau'jae is unguarded, and that's what happens when you let her shoot from the wing. So we'll take a timeout after the 3 ball by Flau'jae Johnson. It's 103 to 16.
Still with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. 103. (103 to 16). 5 minutes and 12 seconds left. LSU just called the timeout. Flau'jae Johnson leads in points with 17. Kate Caldwell leads in rebounds with 6. Flau'jae also leads in assists with 5. Give me 1 second. Homestead, and then here. Bella Hines is 4 for 5 from 3, and all her shot attempts were 3. Fire. 4 for 5 from 3 for Bella Hines. Everybody's shooting pretty efficiently. 68.8% from the floor for us tonight. 53.3% from 3. And then let's see what we doing rebounding wise. So look, that's what Coach Mulkey wanted. Coach Mulkey said everybody just has to rebound together. So Kate has 6, and look at how many people have 5. Look at how many people have 3. Divine with 4. That's what we're gonna need if we're all gonna be successful rebounding with us losing injuries and
With her knack to not only get the ball, but the way she's played on the inside, not afraid to attack the glass. Here you see offensive. Look at the spacing behind the defender, quick up and in, but physical play underneath as well. Attacking rebound, you see in there kind of a little bit of the curl, a little bit of a flex. She's done a nice job of being able to find her area on the floor near the basket. 3 rebounds tonight, but 5 for 5 on the floor and 11 points from Grace Knox. And another one of the newcomers that Lady Tiger fans are sure to enjoy watching her play.
LSU has attempted 64 shots and made more than 2/3 of them. The Tigers are shooting 68.8% from the floor. Better than 50% from three-point range, 8 of 15. And 7 of 13 from the strike.
You'd be hard-pressed to find a streak of 2 games played back-to-back nights where both teams shot better than 65%, because that's what we're sitting on right now.
This is true. Very much so. Gilbert defending in backcourt. That's kicked defensively by Bella Hines. Victor, the tennis shoes are still squeaking defensively for the Tigers.
Yeah, this is just getting the work in we talked about before. This is no disrespect to the Lady Lions. Certainly the game isn't in question. This is all about prepping for what's coming up down the road. Kim Mulkey expects to see it.
And that defense forces a throwaway. 103-16. That's 29 turnovers for the Lions.
Don't forget Monday night we're back. Men are in action when the Privateers from New Orleans are here to face the Tigers. UNO went on the road to start the season, got a 4-point win over TCU. 7 o'clock tip. Look forward to bringing it to you.
Burridge works her way to the bucket and uses the window. Divine Burridge with a couple of hoops, 4 points and the same number of rebounds. Koval altered that shot. Tigers on the throw out to Burridge again. She was the high school Gatorade Player of the Year in Iowa. A 5'11" freshman. (107-16). Look at all the white jerseys there for the rebound, and they lose it amongst them, and the loose ball picked up and put right back in. A fortunate retrieve by Erin McKenzie. Gilbert comes right back and quickly matches that score. 109-18 now with 3:19 to play.
And it's just a substitute
in the fourth quarter.
Line change for the Lady Lions, wanting to bring 5 new players in.
Let's look at the Lions schedule.
Lady Lions have scheduled some big-time opponents that they'll be facing, staying in the SEC. Next week they'll be playing at Arkansas. Then they're going to go to Southern Miss. They're at Baylor in early December. They're also going to face Texas before they get into the heart of South End Conference play.
There are several other SEC games going on tonight. Joyner with the rebound.
Oh, I can't make that pass. That close, just power it up. Take the shot attempt.
Chattanooga is at Florida, Furman at Georgia, Monmouth at Kentucky. McNeese is playing Alabama. Missouri is at Tulane. Koval had it and then tries to swat the attempt away, and a whistle. I think they might have got Joyner, though, on the foul. They did. So here comes Maravich again, 15 in white, replacing Joyner.
$19 is the point mark, right?
Yep. Florida has defeated Chattanooga easily, 94-52. Georgia blew out Furman, 91-45. Number 24, Kentucky, wiped out Monmouth, 104-46. McNeese actually had a lead at halftime against Alabama, but the Crimson Tide rallies in the second half and wins it 64-44. And Missouri has taken out Tulane in a close game, 77-69. You're up to date SEC scores tonight. That's nestled in for three. All to the delight of Mary Dangerfield. She's got 5.
This will be one of the many learning experiences the Lady Lions have this year as they start anew, as we talked about with Jeff Dow. We just showed you their schedule, some of the big opponents that will be playing. Many of them highly ranked, like Kim Mulkey's Lady Tigers that they have tonight. But I'm sure he will do a fine job of getting that program back after the departure last year of their head coach, who was in Tuscaloosa tonight, as you just mentioned. There are some exciting things happening on that Southeastern campus, though. Jeff Dow rebuilding the program, the men looking to have a big year.
Football having a fine year.
Lions football team has been outstanding. They're now up to, I think, number 13 or 14 in the country. Undefeated. The only 2 losses the Lions in football have had were to Louisiana Tech and to LSU. And they have a massive game this Saturday on the road at Lamar.
Look at Koval just reaching over a smaller rebounder and putting it back in, 111-21. So we are not going to have a record from LSU tonight in holding teams to the lowest total in history. 19 was the number, and the Lions are 2 better than that. But you know what we're now turning our attention to, Victor? The margin of victory. Could this possibly be the biggest margin of victory in LSU's history? (111-23).
So you're telling me if this could be the biggest margin, that means we're close to the biggest margin, and we're at 90.
Gilbert lines it up, comes up a little bit short. 89 is the largest margin of victory in the history of LSU women's basketball. Uh-oh, look out, look out. That looked worse than it was, apparently.
After the quick shot and the miss, Gilbert getting back with the hustle, slides into the stanchion there. Thankfully, she's okay. You're right, it looked worse than what it was. So this is going to set the record, assuming LSU just milks this out short of a 70-footer from the Lady Lions.
They've got a 90-point advantage right now. 89 was the previous record against McNeese 2 seasons ago, and now that margin goes up. 115-23, a 92-point margin between these 2 teams. So 2 records apparently will be set tonight. 6 points in the first half was a record. And right now, 92 is the margin of victory, and that's a record. Last shot of the game is a good one. How about that? That matches
it.
The 89. Gosh, it got suspenseful at the end.
Did not want to be a part of a record by herself. What a big three-point shot there. Good for her. Hit that shot.
So you saw one record set tonight and one tied. 6 points in the first half. That was a record. And LSU wins by 89. That ties a record. It's been done a couple of times now in the last 3 seasons. Well, Victor, we saw LSU come out highly spirited, just shutting down, absolutely blanketing the defense was for LSU, and the offense certainly was at high gear.
Yeah, well, the thing you take away from this game is that the Lady Tigers listened to their head coach and what she wanted to do with the blistering pace that they played. That's what she wanted to see. The competition wasn't in question. You knew LSU was going to get the win. Did anybody think it was going to be by 89? I don't know. We thought it would be that big, but they performed at a blistering pace out the gate, and we can look to see much more of that as the schedule and the season goes on for the Lady Tigers.
Flau'jae Johnson with 17 leading the way. Koval had 16. So did Zakiya Johnson. And also Knox with 11
still won by 89.
14, the double-figure scorers.
It's
so
okay. Go ahead and show the double
for
chat.
LSU, 115-26.
Anytime
the
we get a
final
win,
score. For Victor Howell, I'm Lynn Rollins. Thank you for watching. This has been a presentation of the SEC ESPN Network.
The Burger King Double.
And that is it, y'all. Hope y'all have a wonderful night. We will be back on Sunday at 1 p.m. for Flau'jae Johnson's homecoming. She is a senior, of course. That game is going to be on ESPN Plus. We are playing Georgia Southern and Statesboro, Georgia, at the Hill Convention Center, 1 p.m. Central, Sunday, November 9th is the next time that I'll be streaming. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you to each and everybody who became a member, subscribe, super chat, like the stream, Cash App. I appreciate all the support. Thank you guys so much. Go Tigers as always. I think we're set to have an amazing season. So November 9th, 1 p.m. I'll be back here. Love you guys so much and have a wonderful rest of your night. God bless you all. Bye.